So if you filed your return and you're expecting a refund that is taking longer than usual, before you start panicking, or before you pick up your phone and accuse your preparer of something, or before you assume the IRS made a mistake, let me tell you what's happening behind the scenes. Because most people find out about this the hard way, a surprise, the money they were already planning to spend and it's not showing up. I would rather you hear it from me and understand exactly what's happening and know what to do about it. So let's go through this one thing at a time. First, the IRS is not the same agency it was 5 years ago. Before we get into the specific reasons your refund may be delayed or reduced, you need to understand the environment we are operating in right now, because things have changed. We talked about this in a previous video. The IRS has been going through serious modifications, and I am not talking about a new website. I'm talking about the internal systems actually communicating with each other the way they never did before. For years, and I mean for decades, the IRS was just running on outdated technology where different departments couldn't share data. Refunds were just processed in one system, compliance flag lived in another one, and they two barely ever talked. That part is over now. Artificial intelligence is part of how the IRS reviews returns today, and not in future. Right now, this filing season, they are cross-referencing the returns in real time against pieces of third-party data they have on their file. Your 1099s, your bank reporting, your payment processor, your prior year filing history, everything is being compared the moment your return comes in. What used to take months to catch, or sometimes even years to catch, is now being flagged before your refund even processes. And I say this with personal experience. I say it because I understand the environment and make better decisions. The IRS made the rules, they built the system, and now they are giving it a brain. And that's just the reality of where we live. Now let's talk about why your refund may not look the way you were expecting. There is a program most people have never heard of called the Treasury Offset Program. Any closer to your bank account for a refund, it passes through this filter. The government is checking. Does this person owes us any money, or anyone connected to this person owes us any money, anything at all? If the answer is yes, they take action automatically. No negotiations, no warning phone calls, it just gets intercepted. So let me show you exactly what can trigger this. Reason number one, unpaid federal taxes from prior year. If you have an outstanding balance with the IRS from a previous year, even a year you thought you settled, even a year you forgot about, they will apply your current refund directly to the balance before it even hits your account. This is the most common ones that I see. Someone files a clean return this year, expects a refund, and it never arrives because their 2021 or their 2022 had a balance that they never fully resolved. And the IRS didn't forget. They never forget. They just wait until you had enough money coming back to collect from them. They just wait until you had money coming back to collect it. Reason number two, state tax debt. Most people think that state and the federal government don't talk to each other, and that's actually true to some point. But when they have some debt to collect from you, they can go as far as they need to, and they can put that collection into the IRS. State tax agencies can submit claims to your federal offset program. So even if your federal return is perfectly clean, if you owe your state from a prior year, your federal return can be intercepted and sent directly to the state. You file federally, get nothing back, and you're trying to figure out what happened. Reason number three is unemployment overpayments. This one's still catching people off guard years later. During COVID, unemployment benefits went to a scale, and the system had never handled it before. A lot of people received unemployment benefits that was technically not calculated correctly by the agency themselves, or it was overpaid. And now they're finally catching up to it, and those amounts are actually getting reported to the collections program. If you received unemployment during that period and never received any kind of notice about an overpayment, that does not mean it does not exist. Check before you count on a refund. Reason number four, back child supports. Every year, this one surprises people. Every single year. If you are behind on your child support, the state submits the balance to the federal offset program. Your refund gets intercepted immediately. Doesn't matter how clean your return is. Doesn't matter if your preparer did everything perfectly. That money goes directly to satisfy the support obligations. And I want to be very clear about this. This has nothing to do with your tax preparer. I have seen people blame their accountant for this. Your preparer didn't lose your money. The liability existed before you even sat down with them. And the offset program just did what it is designed to do. Reason number five, federal student loan in default. This one had a pause on it, and the federal student loan offsets were suspended during the COVID period. And a lot of people got used to that protection being there, and it's gone now. If you are not sure about where you stand with your loan, you need to find out before you assume a refund is even coming. Reason number six, credits that don't hold up under a review. This is the one that stings the most because the people it hits genuinely didn't see it coming. If you file your return, everything looks right, and you see a big refund number on the screen. Weeks go by and nothing shows up, or something comes back smaller than what you expected, or you get a notice in the mail. So here's what happened. The IRS took your return and they compared it with the data they already had with third parties. We're talking your employer, a 1099, a bank, or a payment processor, and something didn't match. Let me show you the specific ones that show up right now. Earned income credit is one of the most heavily reviewed item on any return. Not because the people that claim it are doing anything wrong, but because the eligibility rules are genuinely complex and small errors are easy to make. If the income level, filing status, or qualifying information about the children's does not match with what they have on file at the IRS, they will hold your refund and send a notice asking you to verify some information. Child tax credit works the exact same way. The dependent's information has to match across everything. We are talking social security number, age, and relationship to the filer. COVID-era credits that were claimed late or amended into a return are getting extra scrutiny right now. Some of them were legitimate and some of them were not. And right now, the IRS is reviewing all of them. And the AI technology they have, it's very good at identifying those discrepancies. And the ones that I'm seeing consistently right now is Schedule C filers. That's your self-employment income and expenses. If you reported income and expenses on a Schedule C that does not align with the deposit history and 1099s the IRS already has on you, they are going to hold your refund. The system flags the inconsistency, pauses, and processes, and generates a review. With the AI doing this in real time, this is happening faster than most people expected. So what your transcript is actually telling you, and here is something most people don't know how to use, but you should. Your IRS transcripts. You can pull this form and the account at the irs.com, and it will tell you exactly what stage your refund is at and exactly what is happening to it. Not in a vague term, they'll give you a specific code. Let me walk you through the ones that actually matters. Code 846 is the one you want to see. That means your refund was issued and it is on its way. Code 898, that means your refund was applied to a debt through the offset program. That's where your money went, and it's not lost and it's not stolen. It was intercepted and applied to a liability that you owned. And the transcripts will tell you that directly. Code 971, meaning the notice was generated and sent to you. Something triggered a review and they sent you a letter. This is why I keep saying, open your mail. That notice tells you what they need and what they found and what you need to do your next step. If you're going to ignore it, the problem just gets bigger. Code 570. That means there is a hold on your account. Something about the return triggered a review and they are not releasing the refund until they are satisfied with what they see. This could be a credit review, an income verification, or prior balance. The transcript won't always tell you exactly why, but it confirms something is being looked at. And these codes should not be confusing you. This is the codes they use to communicate with you in their language. Once you know what they mean, you're not guessing anymore. So what can you do right now? Well, pull up your transcripts from irs.gov, look at these codes, and look at what year they are referencing. That alone will answer a lot of questions. Check, where's my refund? If it says your refund was applied to a debt or offset, that is not a glitch or an error. That is a confirmation. If you want to know who received it and exactly how much, contact the Bureau of Fiscal Service directly. They administer the offset program and can give you that information. Open every piece of mail from the IRS. I know the envelope is intimidating. I know people let it sit on the counter for weeks and months, but that notice contains the information that determines your next move. The longer you wait, the fewer the options you're going to have. And if you are looking at any of this and you are not sure what you're saying, talk to someone before you assume the worst or take a step that makes situations even more difficult to resolve. Any of this thing can be fixed. Most of it is manageable and can be managed easily, but first thing you have to do is acknowledge the problem and take the first step. Stop chasing big refunds as the goal. I know it feels good to see those numbers, but a large refund really just means you overpaid the government interest-free loan throughout the year. And now you're waiting for the government to give you that money back and hoping nothing intercepts. And now you're waiting for that money to come back to you interest-free and hoping nothing intercepts it. And that is not a strategy. And that is not a strategy. That's just hoping for things to work out in your favor. The goal is accuracy. Pay what you owe throughout the year. Claim what you legitimately qualify for with proper. The goal is accuracy. Pay what you owe throughout the year. Claim what you legitimately qualify for with proper documentation. Stay consistent so that when the IRS or their AI takes a look at your return, stay consistent. So if the IRS or one of their new AI looks at your return, there is nothing for them to worry about. Compliance is a strategy. Everything else is just hoping for things to work out. If you want a clear picture of where you stand, whether it's your refund issue or a notice you receive, or just trying to make sure returns are clear before you file, we offer a free 30-minute consultation at D2 Tax. We will walk you through specific situations and no runaround and no generic advices. Link in the description. Use it before the problem gets bigger than it needs to be.